evening, everyone. It's the Man United Agenda, of course, 9 o'clock. And we are ready to go. It's going to be me and Mr. B tonight. A bit of a shorter show. We're just going to punch out a few items, agenda items, as do in the meeting, and just interact with you guys and talk about everything Man United. So, first of all, I want to say hi to my co-host, my right-hand man, Mr. B. What's going on, Mr. B? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. One more day until the best day of the week. You know what I'm like on a Friday. So we got Jay on tomorrow. So I think it may be a bit carnage because, we don't really do too much prep on a Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a bit liquored up. But that's what I do on a Friday. So, yeah, we'll have him on tomorrow. But yeah, look, it's a shame he wasn't on today. But look, the England game was on, and he didn't really want to clash with that. So he'll be on tomorrow. Free night. We'll get the viewers in, and they can all question him. But look, before we go any further, let me just say a couple of howdies. Jal Marley, you should maybe add a couple more names to the list. Martinez, Maguire, Ahmed, Garnacho are injured too. I think Martinez might be all right, to be fair. Garnacho even played with a knee injury in the last 2 games, which I think is disgusting. Especially when Anthony was sitting down there. He talks about this rotation thing. We get to think he really is a big liar. Yeah, but Jeff finally admitted Ahmad is injured, and that's why he's not been playing. Took long enough. Yeah, I am Titanium. Yeah, they are. He's asking if they are all injured. Matty McFace is asking if the information is accurate. It's as accurate as it's going to get, to be fair. Jeff is saying, yeah, like, share, and subscribe while you're at it, guys. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Here we go. Jeff, Mazraoui and Garnacho and Ahmad's been carrying something for weeks that's kept him off the pitch. I mean, why didn't they just say? I don't understand why he wants to keep. If your player's injured, your player's injured. You know what I mean? Just say he's injured. I don't get it. He always tries to be so secretive with what he does. Matt saying big up. Chat Sport is in the house. Yo, Bart, I hope you're doing well. Anthony Herbert trolling us. God, man, I can't wait till we're above Arsenal and you can't come in there chatting your breeze, Anthony. I know you're in there with a big grin on your face, you know what I mean? But yeah, we leave that. Oi, sausage pots. Yes, big G. I think that is it with the howdies. And Andrew, as always.
Yeah,
how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, go on.
Just by the way, guys, are you guys watching the England game? I was listening to it on the radio when I was coming home from work a little bit, but I just didn't know. I had no idea they were playing tonight. They're playing Greece, right?
Yeah, and you know me, I don't do international football. I just think it's a waste of space. They should save a block at the end of the season and play all the games then. But yeah, yeah, they're losing.
Is that at Wembley?
Yeah, we're losing at Wembley. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I was all positive about this new coach, and I was Lee Carsley, isn't it? So I was, because he knows all the youngsters. He's come through with the youth teams, and everything. And the positive thing, they were saying, oh, he's going to play all these creative players and make England good again and attacking, because everyone's bored of Southgate. And now they're losing to Greece because they're probably not being as secure as Southgate was, defensive-minded, maybe. It's like that, isn't it? Fans are fickle. You can't have one thing or the other. I think with 11 men on the football pitch, no matter what tactic you have, there's always going to be a weakness. So if you attack a bit, you're going to be a bit vulnerable in defence. If you're too defensive, you're not going to be able to score goals. And if you're Man United and Ten Hag, you're not going to be able to do either.
Andy's just letting us know that Saka's injured. I'm not even going to say.
That's disappointing, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's disappointing for Arsenal, ain't disappointing for everybody else. It's one of those things. V, welcome to the madness, my friend. V, have we seen V before?
Yeah, V's the poet.
Oh, okay. Apologies. Yes, what we got. What we going to talk about?
Before we go in, I just want to talk about this as well, because I think this is outstanding. And this is why I say, like, I'm a cricket man. I like cricket. But Bart saying that England were exceptional today versus Pakistan. They smashed 830.
Pardon me?
They smashed 830 runs in their first innings.
830?
Yep. And India were declared on something like 600. Or they got a 600. And England ended up with 830. There's a triple century by one of the players, and Root got 200 odd. But it just shows you the flat pitches in Pakistan. Anyone can score runs on there. It's just ridiculous. 823 for 7.
So what they got no bowlers? I'm sorry, I don't understand how a team can hit
in the subcontinent. A lot of the pitches are flat, so it's a batsman's paradise. It's very easy to sort of. You can't get much movement, and the seam bowlers and the fast bowlers can't get much movement, can't get much pace off.
So throw the ball at the man. Don't hit the ball. No, but you know,
it's not baseball. But anyway, well, it's amazing scores, but it's just I think it's ridiculous. Test match cricket's gone downhill, in my opinion. And then the other one I want to say is R.I.P. Rest in peace to Bullock.
Baldock, yeah.
Sorry.
31 years old. They found him in his swimming pool, apparently.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, obviously there'd be more to come out, but he went over there. He played for Sheffield United, obviously, and then
7
he
years,
go and have take my family abroad and play some football abroad. And something's happened to him. He's wound up in his pool. It's terrible. So yeah, condolences from the Man United agenda. I do remember him. Thanks, we deserve better. Thank you. All right, let's get into this. The first news that I think everyone needs to talk about, breaking news today, which really had me worried, was about our new right back. And I'll just read out what I know, because I don't know too much about it. Maybe you can help me out on this one, Mr. B. It says here that Mazraoui has had a minor corrective procedure after suffering heart palpitations. The precautionary procedure is a relatively common condition. It's said to have been a success, and he will be available again in a few weeks, hopefully by the end of the month, end of October. So, yeah, suffering heart palpitations. So he probably feels it. He probably said something to somebody, unless it's happened before to him, and they've checked him out. And then given him
apparently,
procedure. Yeah.
It was down to it was the COVID. When you get COVID, it inflames your your arteries and stuff. I know I don't really want to be saying this to you because I know it's going to go somewhere where it's not supposed to go.
I won't say
thank you. But no, this is it. So my thing is, we obviously bought him. He's obviously passed the medical. Was this something that we knew about? Was it something that they missed? Is it something that's just come up now? I mean, you can't trust our medical department, and Ten Hag's a big fucking liar. So he's never going to tell us. We're never going to hear from him what the situation is. I mean, health-wise, I hope that it's nothing. It doesn't sound like it's anything that they feel is life-threatening. They don't feel he's going to be dropping down dead on the pitch. So I suppose that's a good point. But when you hear heart and you hear those kind of things, you always maybe fear the worst. So hopefully they've done what they've needed to do. They talk about corrective procedures. Hopefully they've done what they've needed to do, and he comes back in full health. But on a totally selfish, as a Man United fan, Jesus man, what are we going to do at right back? Because Malacia's is not due back yet. Shaw may as well be in space. And I don't think we can play Linda. We don't have anybody else to play left back. That's my biggest fear at the moment. What are we going to do when we've got? I mean, he can't afford to lose any games. We've got Brentford. He can't afford to lose any of those 4 league games or any of. Not even saying he has to win. I think he has to win them all. To be fair, to lay down to say, yeah, I do.
Ask him to win 4 games. I mean,
why? Why is it hard to win 4 games?
It's a tough ask because we've lost 3 already in the spin.
So what would you expect, guys in the chat? What would you expect from the next 4 games?
Well, already we're making it we can make excuse. If Mazraoui is going to be out, that's going to hamper our chances.
But surely, we had these excuses last season with 66. Now, surely. I mean, as I said, I don't know how they've just found. I don't know if they've just found out about it because he actually withdrew. Was he selected for the squad, or did he withdraw from his national team?
I can't keep up with all that. But you're saying, so you're saying he has to win the next 4 games. I'm saying that's too much of a high expectation based on what we've been performing like the last year or so. That's a big ask to have a dramatic turnaround like that. But having this right back, Mazraoui, out for the rest of the month is a big issue because, like you said, how do we solve the problem now? We've seen. I didn't expect this, but we saw Martinez play left back for a few minutes or maybe half a game. Obviously, we've got Lindelof, who could probably fill in that position as well. Dalot would have to come as right back, I'm sure. But then we've got Amas and all these guys here. Is it time for these guys?
But Amas isn't even getting any bench time at the moment, so I can't see how he would just throw him in.
Well, it's interesting that Andrews says Amas could give him a go. I mean, when time's hard, you need to sort of, if you're struggling with your squad, you go to the next level, which is your youth players, and give them an opportunity. I think that's the only way to go. And I think it's less pressure because no one expected this to happen to Mazraoui. And the fans would understand if we went for a left back, get Amas in. They would understand and say, okay, if he doesn't have a good game or if we lose or he makes a mistake, there's going to be no pressure on Amas necessarily.
Why would there be no pressure on it? We need to win games. It's not charity. Yeah, but it's not charity. I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We're going to throw him in if he's not good enough to even get 10 minutes at the end of a game. How are we going to trust to play 90 minutes, 95 minutes? Teams are already focusing on left side.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it's true as well. Amas needs to be brought in now. We need to stop delaying the inevitable. Give the kid a chance. All we are saying is give the kid a chance, in the words of John Lennon. Bart saying here, Amas was eaten alive versus Rosenberg. Don't break him. If only United had Ethan Laird. Remember him? The right back.
Yeah, I think that was didn't he?
Yeah, and they're saying here, saying we have one win in 4 games out of the last 6 without scoring a goal. I just don't see us getting anything. So the demands are quite high, to be honest. V is saying here, Bart seems to know Amas will be fine, he's saying here. So yeah, I would play Amas just to the end of the month and just to see what happens. I don't like the idea of these big centre backs playing there. I want to give the guy a chance.
The thing is, he can't play. Maguire's out, so it would be De Ligt. So what have we got left? We've got Dalot, De Ligt, Martinez, Lindelof,
Evans.
Jesus Christ, that's bad.
When times are hard, we have to find a way. But we do wish Mazraoui a good, speedy recovery. I just want to ask Mr. B, if you have a surgery or something, does that mean they open you up? Am I picturing him being on a surgery table and opening him up?
I think they did it with Keogh. I think that's something they do. I mean, look, they do ACL with keyhole, so I don't see why they'd have to open him up to do it. To be fair. I think they would knock him out and keyhole it. I don't see it being a major one for them to have to go into the chest.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your chat? What have you said? What have you said, Jeff? What have you said?
Jeff started the show. I know Jeff said something. Let's go read Jeff's chat then. Jeff says finally admitted that Ahmad is injured and that's why he's not playing.
He said, read my chat. You must have been on the crapper, bruv. You've missed it.
Mazraoui and Garnacho and Ahmad has been carrying some few weeks off the pitch. And okay.
Yeah, and those are the 2 that we read earlier on. You must have been having a shit and missed it, Jeff.
All right, yeah. I just want him back, Mazraoui, and we need that balance again with what we've had so far this season. All right, next news. I'm going to just drop this. Obi Martin, he's been signed up. He's got a picture now because obviously there was a delay about it. We signed him now, and there's a picture of him in a first team shirt. And it'd be interesting to see. Hopefully, we'll see him getting some games. We've got some.
How do you think that's going to work? I mean, when we bought him, they said, "Oh, he's down as the 3rd striker." Well, let's be honest. Rasmus, why? I don't know. I don't know. Xerxes, I love Xerxes. I think it's too early. I think his goals will come. But where do you see a 16-year-old fitting in? Physically, I know he's tall, but physically he's not going to be strong enough. And then obviously with training, they don't just bring them into training and then play them. They have to see what they like playing up against first team players.
Yeah. Mr. B, I think it's a good opportunity. When you look at it, like the way Rashford got into the first team, now he's got an opportunity. If I was him, I'd be really excited because if he was at Arsenal, he probably wouldn't get close to the first team. He's at Man United now, and he's looking at these two strikers that we have, or forwards, with Xerxes and Rasmus. And if he gets an opportunity and starts banging goals, that could be the start of him. That could be something special. So I don't think there's much difference when you're scoring so many goals at that sort of age group and everything else, and you've got the confidence, and you just made a big money move. It's an opportunity here to seize the day and make that difference, And I don't think there's much difference between these guys. We're not at the training ground, but since that white walls appeared, we can't see what's going on in the training ground. I wonder what our defenders think about this guy when they're coming up against him. He's big, he's wiry, he's strong, he's pacey, and he probably scored a lot of goals in training as well. So hopefully he'll get an opportunity. We get to see him play some football. And if he does score goals, something we've got one goal from Xerxes, one goal from Haaland, he can come on, score a brace or something, and get himself in as a first team player. You never know how things turn out. Tyrone's saying here, Haaland and Xerxes haven't been fantastic, so we might as well give Martin a chance. This is what I'm saying. So he's got an opportunity now. He's been developing now. He's probably the third choice striker, as they said before. There's opportunity knocks. I think there's a good chance that he might get a game and smash some goals, and then we can't really drop him after that, Mr. B.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how a 16-year-old is going to be. He would have to really be tearing up training, to get ahead of. I mean, look, we get him on the bench in a couple of games, and maybe there will be the opportunity. And it's probably going to be Coca-Cola Cup, but we say that now. Yeah. I mean, what are we quarter final next against Leicester? He won't be playing that. The game's going to be too big for him to play. So when do you think he would be getting a chance, if he's going to get a chance at all? I just don't see it.
All right, but all I'm saying is the opportunity is there. It's not like we got Ruud van Nistelrooy and Andy Cole ahead of him, where they're not going to. These guys aren't performing at the moment, so it's a good opportunity. I just want to go back. There's a comment here from talking about the striker situation. It's Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Cheeto needs to go and play Championship for one season. He's saying there to develop. It's interesting.
I mean, and this is the thing with Man United. You see, if Bellingham had come, he wouldn't have progressed how he's progressed if he had come to us instead of Dortmund. Right. We bought this player because we feel he's good. So why are we going to loan him out? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I understand to get his physicality, but if he's supposed to be our third choice striker, we say that's what it was said at the time, and our other two are dead, then there's no point in loaning him out. You know what I mean? It's like the Alvaro, what's our left back's name that we sold to Benfica? They're looking to get him back, bro. Right. They're looking to buy him back. So we've just got rid of him, and they've put a buyback clause in. Now Real Madrid and Barcelona are looking at him. We had him at the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yes, that's funny.
It's just so that is just so typical. I mean, has anything changed?
Probably not. This is the thing. I agree with you there. That's frustrating. If the rumours are true, we are looking to get him back. He was there all along. Come on, guys, sort that out. We've got problems. We're playing Brentford next, and Bemu is going to enjoy our game against us, apparently. And we've got Bart saying here, Mr. B, give Benfica some credit too. They've obviously been playing him in a system that...
Yeah, you know what, Bart, I get it. But the fact that he was given no chance. He was given no chance to play. He was loaned out for 3 years in a row,
Preston.
and then sold with a buyback. Come on, man.
Wasn't he Preston's Player of the Year or Young Player of the Year when he played there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That should be the development. And now he's playing Champions League football with Benfica. Benfica went and beat Atletico Madrid, I think, the other day.
Yeah.
Home 3-0. So it's really, it's interesting that he can't get into our team, but he can go and play good football out there. This is once again while I'm saying, Mr. B, that these talented youngsters, they can make an impact. It's just about finding the right move for them or finding the right time to bring them in to the first team, Question from We Deserve Better. Do you really see Hag putting a 16-year-old on the pitch? I think he's more 17 now. But yes, if you're good enough, yeah, I'd say.
You know
yeah.
what? The one thing with Ten Hag, he plays the kids. He does play them. So I'm not. I just don't see him playing this. I would love him to come in and play this season, but I just don't see it.
Well, the problem is we're not scoring goals, and that's someone we need, to come in and maybe do the business. Another youngster here is a Tyrant saying here, I was really angry when Fernandes went Benfica. Ten Hag is a fool for not giving him a chance. Perhaps he would have been given a chance if he was Dutch. Very funny. And Charlie saying here that Eric Ten Hag saw no talent in Fernandes is crazy. It explains so much. Ten Hag told him he was not in his plans and load him out. Can't get over that either. What someone else can't get over here, we're not scoring goals, but we sold McTominay to Napoli and he's scored goals already and he's loved out there. And we've had a quote here from, remember Paolo Di Canio? So Di Canio's come out and said this. He said, I would go to United and arrest all the directors. How can you give McTominay away? Two lines. Saying about Fernandes, bad decisions being made about getting rid of Fernandes and bringing in players that were injured like Mount and now Mazraoui. But he's saying here, I would go to Man United to arrest all the directors. How could you give McTominay away? I mean,
okay, well,
big fan, but I mean, look at it now.
We didn't give him away. They gave us 40 million. 40 million. They never gave us 40 million crisps. They gave us 40 million euros for him. Yeah, he wasn't a starter for us. And he couldn't pass 5 yards. Is he starting? Is he starting for Napoli, or is he coming off the bench and doing his super sub role? He's doing his super sub role. So fuck McTominay and fuck Napoli. Yeah, let him stay over there. We've got the money. All right, we spunked the money on Ugarte. Fair enough. We wasted the money, but I'm not having this guy at our team. What did he do? What did he do? As bad as
10 goals last season, Mr. B.
Brother. I want my midfield to pass the ball. He's not a striker. Yeah, he comes on the pitch and he runs around like a rat. Great, and gets the goals. Superb for him. But ask him to control a game with him involved. Ask him to pass the ball 7 yards without kicking it over and see. He can't do it. He can't do it. So I'm not having him. I don't care.
But my point is that Di Canio is obviously having a dig at our decision making. He said,
everybody is.
Yeah, the directors, he's basically saying here, they need to be arrested for what they did. Because at the moment at Napoli, they're playing Lukaku and McTominay up front, basically. And they're at the top of the table and they're winning games and they're both scoring goals. Now, Lukaku, we had him. We didn't like him. We said he wears DM boots when he's trying to control the ball.
Timberland.
We ripped him while he was there and he left and he's not happy. He doesn't love us anymore. And he's gone to Italy and he's scoring goals out there. No matter what people think of him, he's got, if you look at his goal record for Belgium, fantastic. Look at his goal record in general. He does score goals and he did for us as well. But he's left. He was once our player. Then we got McTominay. Certain fans were running him, didn't want him at the club, and it was infectious. And now he's playing at Napoli, he got that bit of freedom, he's enjoying his football, and he's scoring goals, and he could win a league title maybe, or he's got a good team around him. So, is it an issue, Mr. B, about our decision making? Are you disappointed because you didn't want McTominay at the club, but now he's playing good elsewhere, and we're not scoring goals? Do you think that was a bad decision to sell him?
No.
Okay.
He's a midfielder. He's not a striker. I mean, who we've replaced him with, it's too early. But you already see Ugarte's limitations in what he can and can't do on the pitch. Somebody's put up about Ugarte not starting. Where is this question? No, not that one. Here we go. V. Ugarte looks out of place at Manchester United, just as Veron did. I don't think Eric Ten Hag sanctioned the move, and for this he has my sympathy. I don't see how they would have brought a player in over his head. I just don't see it. They talk about this holistic approach that they've got, where they all talk to each other and they all make decisions and come to the one.
Yeah.
I don't see how he was brought over his head, and if he was, then big up the club, because as soon as Ten Hag goes, then they bought a player for a system that maybe they want to be playing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's more what I'm looking at the Agate one. He is limited, but I think every team needs a man who's going to go and clap a man. All right. He was very late a lot of times against Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that he hasn't played the last 2 games. You know, he's gone back to the players who dropped him in the shit last year. And this is the part that I don't understand. This is the part that bothers me. He's gone back to Ericsson, who never got no game time last year. He's gone back to Maguire, who got very little. All right, Maguire's done well, but he's not the future you've bought, the lit. You know, he's the one who should now be playing. But
okay, let's go through some comments, Mr. B, because obviously we're stirring things up here. We're getting some some traction. I want to say hi to Joseph first of all. So Joseph, please send Ten Hag home. He's actually at home at the moment. He's on holiday, isn't he? So yeah, you don't.
He's living it up in Ibiza.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Chat Sport saying here, that's right, but this team is severely lacking goals. Rasmus and Xerxes would be second or third choice at the top 4 clubs. If that's true, maybe it's true. We talked about obviously Amas coming in for the injured or the heart problem with Maz, and we deserve better. We were talking about the age as well. Amas, maybe it's not right to throw him to the walls. I've heard comments like that. But we deserve better, saying here. Garnacho was 18, Kobe 17 and a half when they made their senior debut. Obi Martin is still 16, apparently. So
Too young.
Yeah, too young, maybe. Mitesh, how you doing? How you doing, bro? He says, I think it's all about money ball. Develop players and sell them until they get enough money to buy correctly.
Yeah, but surely I'm not okay. All right. This is into Mitesh. We've spent. We ain't getting our money back for Rasmus. There's no chance. So we either take a loss on him, or he comes good for that price and start. Yeah. And in which case, then we're not going to be selling him. Right. Xerxes, we spent 31 mil, maybe. I mean, he can still go to Italy. I still think if he doesn't like it or whatever, he can still go. And we might just be able to do what PSG did with us with Agate. But Rasmus, brother, we ain't never getting our money back from him. That's another loss. That's another L.
Big mistake. But hopefully we will turn that around. We won't be doing that anymore. Agate could get into the current PSG team. So things saying couldn't.
But that was more down to style. He wanted that number 6 who was a passer. I think we're looking for a number 6 who was a destroyer or is a destroyer.
Jarley saying here, 4 of the players we have removed this year are having the season of their lives. Greenwood, Fernandez, Scotty, and Sancho. It's a good point. It's very true. And it was said recently that when Man United players leave, they don't do anything. They don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. But this is suggesting that when Man United players leave, they can go on and still have a good year. And don't forget Fred as well, who's smashing it, scoring hat-tricks out with Fenerbahce. Mr. B.
Why is Fred coming to this before the Fenerbahce? We haven't even reached the Fenerbahce and Fred's name is being mentioned. Don't wind me up. They're both not here. So there's no need to talk about either of them. None of them are here. You know, but you think maybe the Man United shirt is too heavy for a lot of these players?
There's something. What it is, Mr. B, with everything that's gone wrong, there is something wrong. How can good players...
Oh, it's offside.
2-0 down.
England are so... That's why I don't watch this dead football, bro. They got Carsley in. They got Carsley.
Live watch on going on, guys. What's going on? What's going on?
They got Carsley in, who the new... you have to earn the right to manage a football team. But they get Nick I don't give a shit about England, boy.
We deserve better, saying him. McTominay vacated the midfield role to play striker. Greenwood wouldn't help us at all as a player. No wonder the fact that he's a scumbag, Cassandra Williams. Agate has the same agent as Euro, Mr. B, and the United brought in Agate as a favour to his agents. All about politics. I love
I love when people. I mean, look, I'm not going to say you're not right, V, but let it become public knowledge first, you know. But yeah, hilarious. You might be right there.
Tyro saying Haaland, he agrees with you, too overpriced. Ahmad was expensive too.
Ahmad wasn't it? What did we pay for
30,
Ahmad? 19 mil.
30,
No, man.
30.
We never paid. We never paid. Yeah, but and that's the problem.
We looked at 30 mil player now, playing for us.
No, he needs to score. 30 million pound players score goals.
He does score goals. He does.
When? On FIFA? You see, has he scored this season? No.
I think
he hasn't scored.
I'm sure he scored this season.
I'm not. Ahmad scored this. Look,
maybe pre-season.
Yeah, pre-season. I think he might have. But
all right. Bart saying Ineos would also like to reduce the debt. Mitesh saying here, agree on Ramos, but that's like pre-Ineos. I like Ramos, but he's a substitute, not a starter. The good one here from Titanium saying Lee Carsley Hag. And no offense, says Tyrone, to Lee Carsley, but he's not qualified to manage England. Poor appointment. Do you watch that program about Pop the Balloon, that dating program? Where,
I don't watch it, but I see the reels. I see the reels come up. Yeah,
there's one guy who's like a plumber, this famous one. He said, "But you're not qualified." He said to the girl, "You're not qualified. You're not qualified." I love that line, and Tyrone's using it as well now. And it was 19 million plus add-ons, so I hope he lives up to it. All right, that's the story. Let's move on. That was Di Canio. I've dropped that story. Stir up Mr. B. He's talking about the great McTominay scoring goals at the moment. Give me another quote here from Ericsson, Mr. B. What do you think of this? Ferdinand, let me start with this one. So you know the goalkeeper Bayandi.
Yes.
Bayanda?
Yeah. Bayandi. Yeah.
So Eric Ten Hag apparently didn't speak to him for 2 weeks following his signing from Turkey. So didn't even talk to him or nothing like that. I don't think Fergie would have done that. Fergie was always warm and welcoming. But anyway, let's move on from that. Ericsson, it's about being 32 years old because he's getting a lot of game time now. You mentioned that earlier. So Ericsson said, this is a quote from him. He said, "You have football experience, and of course, you also have age. But if you still have the speed, quickness, running capacity, and things like that, then I don't think there's a big difference between being 32 and 29. So he's talking about experience, and you also have age as well. But it doesn't matter. Experience and age doesn't matter. But as long as you've got the speed, quickness, running capacity, things like that, there's no difference between 32 and 29. Is he right there? What have you thought about his?
No, I don't think he is. I would always take a 29-year-old Ericsson over a 32-year-old Ericsson. So I think he's got that wrong. The fact that he's playing game time is good for him. I still don't think he should. He deserves to be playing, but he shouldn't be playing, if you know what I mean. Just because he's part of the old guard. Yeah. You know, that's more why I don't think we should have been able to buy or get replacements for him. But we didn't. Roy Keane did something today where he said Ericsson was an idiot for saying that they had more aggression and they wanted to win. They wanted to win more.
Yeah.
I don't know why he made the comment. And I understand why Roy Keane thinks he's an idiot. I'm not sure. I just think that these players try to what's the word? In their press conferences, they try to take little digs. Okay. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if it's just me looking at it, but sometimes I think they talk. They know what they're saying. They know what reaction they're going to get, and they still say it. I just think, shut your mouth, man.
Okay. In fairness to Ten Hag, says V, what is Dan Ashworth's experience of building Champions League winning teams? A lot of people have been hired at Ineos, and I'm yet to be convinced. And it's funny that a few weeks ago we were saying how they're getting the best in class, and we're quite happy with them. But yeah, questions have to be asked, not just of the manager, but Ineos as well. This is the best news I've heard since he was linked with us, says Matty to Jeff. And rumours Matty behaviors. Okay. All right, here's another one. Mr. B, can you talk to us about Southgate? Because there's some news come out today. What have you heard about?
Yeah. I nearly bought a can of beer when I heard that one. He wants to take a few months away to what was the word he used? Was it to rejuvenate himself? You know,
Okay.
maybe he needs to go to one of those well-being spas and get some foot massages. But look, mentally, obviously, the England job, or in all serious, it sounds like the England job really, really took its toll on him.
Yeah.
And he just wants a break away from football. That break away from football was music to my ears, because guess what? He cost nothing. He would cost nothing. They don't pay no compensation fee. They're not paying nothing. So the fact that he's now distanced himself from any management at all, is music to my ears. Does it take the pressure off Ten Hag? Probably not, because I don't think Southgate was the one that they were looking at.
Yeah.
But for all of the bantering and all of those rival fans who keep posting saying with pictures of Southgate on my WhatsApp, I can now tell them to go suck their mums, because it's rubbish. You know, he's come out and said, "Boom, yo, Rich, how you doing, man?"
Yes, Rich.
So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted, and I don't see there's going to be anyone who would be unhappy with the statement that he's made. No chance.
I think that you're right, Mr. B. A lot of the fan base don't really want Southgate, but judging by was Southgate really sort of dismissed and as rubbish when he's got to sort of semi-finals and finals, and now we've seen England without him struggling. I'm just putting it out there. I don't agree, but he could.
Oh, you know what? I never thought of it like that. I just look at it as Carsley being shit.
Okay. Well, they shouldn't be losing to Greece at home. That's
No
for sure.
chance. Not at
Right,
home.
we're talking about Southgate not getting the job, not really want to be in the running. Do you want to say big up to Rich Sports or United TV? Guys, if you're not subscribed to United TV, make sure you go and subscribe to them now. Rich is one of our brothers. He's been from day one, and you've got to go and support his channel as well. Great content, and Richard's the man. Jeff saying here it was a bad interview by Ericsson all round. I just mentioned Ericsson talking about his age between 32 and 29, just trying to say he's not past it just yet. And talking about Southgate now, there's a comment. Well, this has come from in the news today that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is understood to like the possibility of Thomas Tuchel taking over. Tuchel was spoken of in yesterday's Man United meeting as the most likely man to replace Ten Hag should they sack the Dutchman. And that's come from MEN, Manchester Evening News. So obviously speculation once again, but it looks like Thomas Tuchel is the guy who was on the boat in the summer, having discussions about the job. And now it seems like Ratcliffe, it seems like if we were to sack Ten Hag, he would be the guy coming in, not Southgate, not Potter. It looks like it's Thomas Tuchel.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I'm going to assume that the board would have to bend with certain things, because if he comes in now, he comes in with a lot of power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a problem with Tuchel coming in, because he wants to win things. So I don't, and he's been twerking for the job, so he wants it. It's not like he's saying no. No way.
2-1 now to Greece. Yeah.
They are so dead.
Just quickly, while we're on that, we're talking about, guess how much, I'm reading here from the Telegraph, guess how much it would cost to sack Erik Ten Hag?
17 mil.
Lower. Bruce Forsyth, lower than 17.
Oh, 15.
Lower than 15.
No way, 12.
Higher than 12.
14.
Yes, 14. 14 million to sack Ten Hag. Is that
I mean, look, you know what? It's funny. I've said it like, 3 million, like change. I got it in my pocket. You know what I mean? But from 17 to 14, fair enough. And they might be able to get him out with 10. You know what I mean? And some free tickets to Shania Twain or whoever. Does Shania Twain still make music? What's that woman who was at Wembley the other day? Not Shania Twain. The skinny one there, man. The tall one. What's that one who was at Wembley there? Nah, man. The young one. Chris,
you know what? I don't believe in it.
Who's the young thing?
I saw
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
I don't like Taylor Swift. He's horrible. And I don't like Shania Twain either, because I saw some footage of her, some sort of premiere the other day, and she looks like a robot all of a sudden. all these inverts. Anyway, Andrew is saying 14, but his wages would be 3 or 4 anyway. We've got a lot of quotes about this. V saying here, I'll be incredibly disappointed if Tuchel comes in ahead of Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag is a better manager than Tuchel. Oh wow! Bart saying here,
V. Obviously, you want Ten Hag to stay. What would be the tipping point for you in regards to you changing your mind? I'm not going to say you want him out, but it sounds like you're really positive in Ten Hag being in. I mean, up until the 20th game, I had him on my wall. So is there a point that you feel that you can't go anymore, or is it all the way until his contract runs out?
There's the question. 14 million isn't much as Bart. United can easily make the difference. They sell Ahmad and Dan Gore. No, we don't.
Listen, Bart comes in with some nice and right at the end, he just slaps in the side of your head, innit?
Chat Sports say here, Tuchel is very close in style to Jose. I like. Look, the guy's proven.
You know what it is? I like to. He's adaptable. I think I'm not. I would like us to play the same formation every week, regardless of who we're playing. But I don't think we're at that level.
Yeah, but Mr. B, I have to throw this out at you, yeah? I've heard a lot of accusations that any manager can come in with this group of players and instantly do a better job than what Ten Hag is doing.
No.
All right, so why is that a no from you? Is it because they're saying, oh, look at Ange at Tottenham, he's instantly come in and showed something. But why is you saying no when I've suggested that it's been said that any other manager come in and instantly do a better job than Ten Hag?
He's been here 3 years.
Saying no, that suggests to me you believe him. Well, I'm saying there's other issues that we don't even know about.
Yeah, there is. Of course there is. Of course, there has to be other issues. But when you go out on the pitch, I don't see stuff. I just want to see something. Players who don't play or aren't playing well for 3 and 4 weeks don't play. You understand? It's not like us on a Saturday and Sunday where we're begging man to come and play. And even if they're trash, they still have to play. We don't have the option. Ten Hag has the option to rotate players. He talks about rotation. This is all he keeps talking about. Bruno, bruv, the other day he wasted the ball. He gave the ball away 37 times. In 90 minutes, 37 times. But he's not getting rotated out. So it's rotated when he wants it to be rotation. You understand? Ahmad, God bless him. Marcus rotated after 45 minutes after getting an assist. We don't know already. He lies more than Ollie. They had an argument, and I reckon Rashford told him about his bumper, and he didn't like it and dropped it.
Yeah,
that's what I feel. And then look, he played injured Garnacho, so we don't want to play players injured. He wants to be rotating them, but the man played with a knee brace on. Yeah, but I'm going to ask you, as a defender, if you see a man with a knee brace on, you're going to lick him in his knee, innit?
Yeah, give him a bit of afters.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. Okay,
so there we go. Looks like Thomas Tuchel could be the guy next in line if we do sack Ten Hag. 14 million to sack him. To me, I would take that. That's a lot of money. But this is the nature of football these days. Sign a contract and they can pay you off like that. It's a lot of money. But yeah, that's how it goes. But we won't get Lee Carsley in. Shania Twain, look, don't talk to me about these people. No, he's not. No, he's not, Big G. Big G, you don't know nothing. No, he's not. Come on now.
Look.
And if you've got posters of people like this on your wall, I feel sorry for you. I feel ashamed because I used to watch Baywatch, and with experience and knowledge now, I turn back and think, oh, how could I, How could I?
Yeah, but you were watching.
I wasn't watching the Hasselhoff, Mitch, was I?
Exactly. You were watching, what's her name? Pamela.
The nickname for Man United fans is Mitches. Have you heard that before?
Yeah, but where did that come from?
I don't know. Does anyone know in the comments where Mitches come from, which describes Man United fans?
Mitches, probably bitches. It's probably to do with bitches, probably.
With an N.
Yeah, man.
I'd love to know, probably. Andrew, Wizard, Better, Iron Titanium. Where does Mitches come from, which describes Man United fans? I want to say big up to Angel in the chat right now. England only lost tonight because they had no United players. Love it. That's what I'm using. I'm going to be taking that to all my forums after the show. And Chat Sports saying Man United would be better getting Sean Dyche in. He's very organised. He don't have it.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a growly voice as well. Never heard it. All right, there you go. Well, I've heard it. Yeah, see, I never knew about it until a couple of years ago. People say, you Mitches. What? What does that mean? Anyway. We're going to wind this up. 45 minutes. It's been we've got into overtime. 1 minute extra time. It's 46 minutes now. Mr. B, we're back tomorrow, aren't we, with Jay Motti?
Yes, we will be back tomorrow. It's probably going to be 8:30. But look, guys, just you lot already know. Whatever time we come on, you guys, the regulars, always jump on. So if it's 8:30, you're going to know. If it's 9 p.m., you're going to know. But it's going to be 8:30. So yeah, he will definitely be on tomorrow.
I'm interested to know, because obviously we've just me, you, Dora, and Mr. B a lot of the time. But I'm really interested to know.
I am Mr. B. We talk about bath time.
Oh yeah, and what Jay's thought, what Jay, sorry, I'm interested to know what Jay thinks about this whole issue with Ten Hag and how the club are going as well, because he's obviously missing the glory days too. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Don't forget about that. Jay Motti will be on from Stretford Paddock and join me and Mr. B to discuss. That's good. Yeah, Jeff, that's a good one. That's a good one. Take a bow, Jeff. I like that. Thanks for throwing that up. I was about to say goodbye, but yeah, thank you. That's a good one. I love that. Any more Greek jokes before we go? No? Greece?
We're good. I don't know no jokes.
I did have one.
Oh, God.
I've lost it now.
Good.
Yeah, forget about it. I'll drop it tomorrow. All right, guys. Good. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you press the like button. And if you've got any questions, put it in the YouTube channel on the comments, and one of us will get back to you. As long as you're not cussing me like what's his name? PT Mario did the other day. He called me out and run my Clark. That's how it goes. But I can take it. All right, guys. Big up, and we will see you tomorrow. Mr. B, thank you so much.
Like a lot.